Back in the day, my business was founded on one thing: mufflers. But today, this is all that's left of our exhaust business. It's almost nothing. Our business revolves around tires, brakes, steering, suspension, things that every car needs. And so many owners are still stuck in the past, operating their business out of a book like this. This tape in my hand was created 1 year after I was born. When I bought my first store, I was 28 years old, full of energy and ready to tackle to say, how do we take all this outdated stuff and implement new technology? And that's where we've had a lot of success. And so there were a lot of them back in the day, and they made tons of money. And some of our competitors, they still run it like it's 1989. We add technology, we add AI, we have Slack, we have all these systems that we can use to then modernize the business and kind of layer in new technology over the foundation of what is an old school business. Even today, we do digital vehicle inspection. So every car that comes in, we take pictures of it, we text customers the results, they're able to communicate back and forth. And it's pretty funny, even at this store, standing right next to this, you probably don't know what these are. They're for changing exhaust, so we need to put pipes together. These are all the gaskets and the clamps and everything we needed. But many of these haven't been touched in probably a decade. Check out this bathroom. Not in a weird way. We got all this tile. Look at this. This is the same. Dude, it doesn't work though. I think this is the only store I have that has a stall like that. It's actually pretty nice, and 2 guys could use it. We may not invest money into changing things like, the bathroom tile that no one's going to see. We really like to put money where it matters. Things like the vehicle inspections or new technology that can fix Teslas and do alignments and all that kind of thing. Pulled this out of someone's car. This is the air that they were breathing, all this stuff. So this is why it's important to get your cars fixed. And a lot of people, you go into a shop, they tell you what you need, you feel like, they're just trying to sell me stuff. But like literally, there's like, is this what you really want to breathe? That's what's cool about now we can show it. We can actually send people and be like, dude, like this is what we pulled out of your car. We're helping them, and obviously, as the business, we're making money from it.
Yeah. We're gonna give them the eye candy.
You see it. Give a little glue on, a little security, shows we tightened it, right?
Yep, exactly.
Eric, you can get a shot at it. It's called Cover Your Ass. See the pink? So it's sealed, so it's like it left here. So if it turns, then we know it's like someone else broke the seal.
Exactly. Somebody else messed with it.
Not our fault.
Not
like
our fault.
Yeah. Do you take a picture of it though, or how do you prove that you did it?
BTW the gun?
I don't know how you would. To be honest with you, I don't know how you would prove it.
Well, because I think you take a picture of it, then you'd be like, hey, it left here. Because if it was, luckily, it's never been a problem, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe start putting it in a DVI or something.
Yeah, like afterwards, you take a picture.
Is that the future?
You take a video, be like, look, I tightened your stuff.
Is that what, that's what changing with the times looks like.
But it's really only if it's like a problem. It's like you don't want to do it if it's not a problem. Welcome to my office, where all the magic happens. We do all of our deals of one of our stores. Got all of our filing cabinets going back to 10 years ago.
86, that's crazy.
So we bought this store in 2021, part of this package, and the old owner must have kept all of his paperwork up here. It's gonna all go in the dumpster. We got this, look at this. Get your training videos. I'm sure there's a VHS machine right here. Is that it? A career development series, so if you'll have a seat, I will we'll start with number 1, the exhaust system. Over here, we've got more career development series. So if you want to be a certified Midas employee, GM, front wheel suspension and steering, 30 minutes long. Dude, look at this guy. Beware of the deadly sins of neglect. Dude, if you like walk into a shop and this guy's like yelling at you. Oh my God. Dude, talk about a death trap. Look at this thing. Dude, here, it's like shot through. This is the old customer waiting room chairs that we upgraded. This is how you ran credit cards back in the day. So it'd be like this pink slip, and you put it through and you do this thing, and it imprints the card, and then like the customer signs this pink slip and you like tear it apart. I haven't been here in a little while. All right, here we go. COVID era, so people don't cough in your face. It's funny, so many businesses still have those up. Ball of yarn. All right, here we go. This thing is what made Midas all the money back in the day. Is that a concern at all? Like all the new cars and Teslas, and that we're not gonna be able to fix them? Or do you think you'll like adapt and figure it out?
I think we'd probably adapt and figure it out, and I don't think in our
you're not worried about it.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have to worry about that.
Yeah.
I think that's after we're gone.
Yeah.
Then maybe.
Plus, like all the brakes, tires, steering, suspension, every car's got that. Right?
Exactly.
So,
even the Teslas do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
They burn through tires. We do anything else to them?
No, it's because we don't have the ADAS.
I know we're looking at starting to buy them, so the ADOS machines.
Yeah.
But they need so much space. That's the problem. Like we were just talking about, there's this machine called an ADOS. It stands for like adaptive vehicle, whatever. Basically, it's all the cameras in your car that tell like lane departure warning, autonomous driving. Every time you do an alignment or like you even replace certain parts of a car, you have to adjust all these cameras. And so one of the things that's coming down the line for us and for anybody who owns one of these cars is needing a specialized machine that can actually make all these adjustments. And currently you need like a ton of like physical real estate to do it that we don't have currently in this layout. But our plan is to place them strategically at the stores. So we have 36 stores. A lot of them are really close. Like we have 3 stores within 15 minutes of here. And so we make that big investment in one store, and then we can like shuffle cars if we have to get it over there. So an investment like that currently isn't worth it. It's probably $40,000, and like we're not turning away enough work that we feel that we're going to be able to recoup that in a manner that makes sense. That's a lot of it. Is like you see it, you're aware of it. Maybe we buy 1 or 2 just to kind of test the waters, but it's not something we're going to like dump a bunch of money in until it's we're losing because of it. Gotta get rid of this though.
Ew, what is this?
Pep Boys, someone's old uniform, trash. In our business, a big part of our success is teams. The question is, do we have great people in the stores who want to say yes to customers, who want to say, yeah, come on in, we'd be happy to help? Do we have good systems in place for keeping the shop clean, for example, fixing cars, for ordering parts, for doing all the things? In order to grow a business beyond like the owner, so it's not just me that has to come in and like do things, you have to have these systems in place. And the stronger your systems, the easier it is to copy and paste from 1 location to 2 to 4 to as many as you really want. These are some sick Crocs, look at these things. One of the things that's really cool that we've done for a number of years is we've run everything on Slack. And so all of our stores have Slack up throughout the day. We use it in a couple different ways. One is we have the sales channel. So people are selling jobs, they'll post up tickets like this one, sold 2 tires. Remember, talking about like wheel well is a big part of our business. I bet as we go through this, most of the jobs we're gonna be doing are related to brakes and tires. And there's this competitiveness too of people posting up their wins, other guys kind of giving them emojis and things like that, which is pretty cool. Got some space balls.
He's an absolute zen. Look at this.
Light and fluffy. I bet they're not light and fluffy anymore.
Someone's looking forward to this.
I know, I'm messing with somebody's space balls here.
Going into grandma's bathroom.
Yeah.
The Vulcan.
Dude, we got the. Does it work? I don't think it works.
And then look at like the classic like the ball. Yeah, see, I kind of love it. This might be
your favorite bathroom.
This might be my top bathrooms I've seen.
Dude, yeah, we have there's no bathrooms like this. Do you hear compliments about it? All right, so battery is dead, and not even to the point that the key start works. A lot of cars will have a key, you can manually put a key in and turn it, but Volvos, not there. Classic Volvo, never buy a Volvo. You gotta pop it off or something. Yeah, that would make sense, right? There you go. Dave, solving all the problems here.
That's how you get it. Don't tell Anthony.
Be like, all you did was pull it. I don't know what you were doing.
It's terrible. It's already open.
Dude, it was open the whole time. What were you doing? Yeah, what a terrible feature. Yeah, so where's the wire that you guys did? Yeah, because that looks new. Like yeah, so it goes down, up, and then around. Oh yeah, and then there you can see it. Yeah, all the way down there, and then over to...
Yeah, it was bad. What's that? It was open.
It was open.
You didn't know.
It's push, not pull.
This thing is what made Midas all the money back in the day. Shine it up real good for you guys. It's called a Huth bending machine. So basically, exhaust pipes would rust out every few years, just like brakes wear out today. They'd come in and Midas sold lifetime warranties, and they'd like replace the whole exhaust system. This is before stainless steel. And so this is a pipe bending machine, so they could take a big tube of piping, and so they would take this, and then they'd put it into this machine, and they could bend it in whatever direction they needed to make the pipe like go over an axle or around a, whatever it was. So they can make a lot of money because like instead of having to buy a pipe for, $20, they might be able to buy a stick of tubing for like $5 and take a couple minutes to bend it and then save all that money. This would be your instruction video of how to learn how to use this bender. Funny enough, we still have these in a lot of the stores. Like I bet we probably do have one here. Most of the guys don't know how to use it. About 60% of our business today is the wheel well. So like brakes, tires, steering, suspension, everything that's kind of like inside there. And exhaust is probably 10% or less of our business. Yeah, I mean, back then it was a great business. Then as that came out, you know, kind of switched over to getting into shocks and brakes and all these other things. And then probably in the mid 2000s is when it really kind of got into like the total car care and doing all these other repairs. It's funny, people have a similar concerns nowadays with electric vehicles, and this idea that, you know, electrical vehicles have a lot less repairs than they need than gas, which is true. And, you know, there's a lot of fear around that, like, oh, is our business going to die? And, you know, if you just look historically, back in the day, all the Midas guys had the same concern to say, hey, when exhaust goes away to stainless steel, it's going to kill the business. But then they just adapted and did all these new services. And even electric vehicles, they will have a bunch of repairs that we don't do today. You know, all the technology, if you think, that goes into LiDAR and radar and self-driving and lane departure and all these things that today we don't really deal with, but over time we will. And then it'll just be less repairs, but chances are there'll be more expensive repairs because of, you know, the technology involved. And it all works out. Dude, I'm so tempted to throw all this shit out, some of those boxes away. I do have.
Quick montage edit of us throwing trash away.
Yeah, maybe.
Start.
I do have this tendency where if I go into a store and I see things that have to get thrown out, I just like want to throw them out. I'm like I don't know what a hoarder. It's like anti-hoarding. I'm anti-hoarding, dude. I want to find a VHS player. So upstairs, one of the things we saw was how to answer the phones. And so today, this is how we're doing it. We have built this totally custom software, and we record every single call that comes in. So I can see right here, it's pulling in who's calling, how much have they spent with us, and what keywords. And I can actually see the transcript. So we can say, hey, thanks for calling Midas. This is Tony. How can I help you? I wonder if I can get an oil change today. When's your last appointment? And then they said, great, I can do it today. And what's your phone number? Boom, we book it. So I can see here, for example, she was calling. I have a weird question. I think there's something wrong with my radiator. I just passed you guys home. Would you be able to take a peek? Can you swing by now? I'm literally passing you. No problem, come on in, right? And so like that was all through text. So the AI is able to grade it and say that this was like a good call. What we find if we're not telling people to come in, if we're saying, hey, we're too busy today or this or that, then there's a signal that maybe we don't have enough text, or maybe the schedule's weird, or maybe like the people answering the phone don't want the customer to come in because they want to go home early. We can solve that. This is how we're winning in the modern age, and there's so many companies that aren't doing that. So the times have changed a lot, as they do in every business, and it's a matter of finding your way to adapt and win. And for me, like, I don't know all the answers. I don't know in 10 years what the car repair business is going to look like. I don't know in 15 years. But like, what I know is that I trust my ability to figure it out. And also being part of a franchise, like, you're never alone. And so I know across the country, there's 1,000 stores. There are people, other owners who are piloting all these things to figure out what does the future of our business look like. And all those things are shared with us. And that's what's really cool. And so even if you went back to the day and said, oh, like, it was built on mufflers and all the mufflers go away and the business is going to die and there's like all this negative, it doesn't really serve you, right? Like, it doesn't really help you to think like that versus what do I need to do to fix it? And change happens a lot slower than people think. You know, they see the future coming and they get scared, but the reality is even Teslas account for 1% or 2% of all vehicles. And the average car continues to get older and better. I trust my team, I trust our systems, I trust that we are gonna figure it out. At the end of the day, that's what it takes. And if you wanna see more of how I'm building my business, check out this video here.